Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns. We've got to you a Zelda 2 Randomizer Royale tournament. We've got to you the Group C of that, so hope you all enjoying your evening, or late night if you're in Europe. We've got to you Alan Halfley, Duster W, Jay Cooper, and Bent Last Tube racing in a... what is essentially, I guess what is essentially a spoiler log race. I believe Nightcrawler, our commentator for today, can tell you more about that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a spoiler log race, as far as I understand, except these guys have all week to practice the seed. I don't know too much about spoiler log, but I think they're given a log shortly before the race. But in this case, they have the seed for the whole week, and they get to route it as efficiently as possible. And then on the day of the race, it really just comes down to their execution and their routing. And we've seen a couple interesting strategies so far. And so far, it's been pretty fun. Speedrunning a randomizer seed? Well, that's pretty much what all of it is. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say it that way. Now, in this particular seed, yeah, we got BGT, Jay Cooper, the Alan Heffley, and Duster. The Alan Heffley did warn us that he might take a long time and we can cut the stream. So hopefully he's going to do a little bit better than his confidence or lack thereof shows. And so our racers are going to be off. Now, can you mute your mic? I suspect we're going to be seeing these guys going for the boots in Medicine Cave first, and then getting the raft going east, getting the medicine on the water tile and the glove on the desert tile, and then coming back and picking up Fairy at Mito, which then they'll probably go to P3 so that they can get their get their magic key, because Fairy gets pretty cheap early on. Even at level 2, it goes down to 41, but it doesn't get that much cheaper than that. So they're gonna want a magic key for this. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it, Ronex. Yes, they have a raft so far, and they're picking up life. Well, it's a cool safety. No. Life will fill through bars, and it starts out pretty expensive. It's 75. You can't test it yet.
Just letting you know that you're a little bit robot-y right now.
That's unusual.
Yeah, I think your internet's having some slight issues right now. Or is it me?
I can't, unfortunately. I've never had a problem with robot before. So.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You're like super robot-y. 1 second. Let me see if I can get the audio swapped over.
And there's the raft for glass tube.
Say again? Nightcrawler, you here? Oh, 1 second. Now, you here now? Hello?
Yeah, I did say I was going to be shutting down Discord.
I see. Yeah, it works now. It's all good now.
Alright.
Alright, we're good now. Yeah, I swapped over the audio to... I think it was might have been something to do with my capture account, but I guess it wasn't.
Oh, okay. So the glove is pretty easy to get. It's just on the desert tile, one of the 2 open tiles on the east. Jay Cooper is heading into Trophy Cube. Let's see what's in there, like 2 seconds before he gets there. Just a P bag. Well, if it's part of his experience routing, I guess that could be pretty good. Especially if it's like a 500. Paint glass tube with the boots already. Like I said, the boots are going to be pretty important in this run. And I like that the raft tile is actually boots blocked. That's pretty cool. Just to reinforce how important the boots are here. And BGT is making good use of those boots to make quick progress on this continent. He's going to be stopping in one of these item caves. I don't think there's anything terribly important there. Just a heart container. But a little safety never hurt, I suppose. And the Heffley is in Heart Container Cave, which has a magic container waiting for him. Now that will be important. These guys are going to need to pick up a magic container at some point, because Thunder does not get cheap in this. It goes down to 72, and that's at level 4. Before that, it's 119 and 105. So it gets as cheap as it will ever get pretty early on, but it never really gets cheap. 72 is almost 5 full bars of magic. And there's the medicine for Duster. That's going to be put to good use. I think he's going to go get his glove if he doesn't have that already. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe these guys would try to manipulate a key drop or something, but I don't think I've seen a key drop so far, so maybe that's not a possibility. Oh, there's the boots for Jay Cooper. Because there are 3... Oh, wow, what a... Oh my gosh, I love that little valley that Duster was just in. That's so cool. Yeah, pink error is the best error. Yeah, now Duster has his glove. He's got his boots. He's got his medicine. He's probably gonna head for Mido, get his fairy spell, get down stab, and then do Pals 3. That's my guess. Unless Pals 3 is like really far or something. And for BGT, he now has a medicine too, except oh yeah, he still has to pick up his glove, which is through this awesome little passer cave. Favorite passer cave. Favorite passer cave of all time. Yeah, it kind of looks like it so far. I'll count us. Magic container for Jay Cooper. Oh, dang it, I'm so... While I was looking at Jay Cooper, I didn't really get a good look at the little valley that the glove was in. I'll have another 2 shots at getting it. Yeah, that's definitely Choose-R next. Yeah, all these guys really need are 3 keys in order to get to the magic key. I'm sure they can fish those out of the palace. Or more than 1 palace if they need to. Well, I mean, I guess I could cast Fairy, but it's only going to be 1 casting per life at this point. Actually, they can't cast it at all yet. They'll need 6 magic containers to cast Fairy at Magic 1. But at Magic 2, it gets a lot cheaper, 41, so BGT is in good shape for that. And Duster W can just get a little bit of experience to accomplish that. Oh, but unfortunately for Duster, since he's at Magic 1, he cannot go get his down stab right now. He's going to have to go get some experience and come back into the town. That's going to be a big waste of time for him, and he's going to fall behind BGT. That's just some unfortunate experience management. Meanwhile, we have the Heffley getting his heart container. Farm townspeople for XP, why not? And no good enemies here for Duster. That Moa might give like up to 20, but that's not a lot. Well, I guess he doesn't need that many, potentially. He's got... Oh, but Duster's forget it. Oh my gosh. Duster's just saying, I don't need down stab. Famous last words, baby. Looks like Duster is going to be picking up the Saria spell, which is, of course, Thunder, so a little important here. BGT is heading into... I would say it's Palace 3, but I didn't get a good look at the entrance. Looks like Palace 2. I could just be totally off my rocker, though. It could be Palace 1, honestly, just from this room. And now that he has enough magic to cast Fairy, he's just going to be picking up sword levels, it looks like. Yeah, I think this is Palace 2 that BGT is in. The item in Palace 2 is a flute. Don't know if that's required yet. And you can see BGT is in the glove block room in Palace 2, but since he picked up the glove in that cool valley, which we're going to see again on the Island Halfway side in a few moments, he can make his way through right away. Yeah, they are not worth very much, those bats. Of course, you can't get them... Oh, there's the little valley on Jay Coper's side. Nice. Oh, what? BGT taking a death? You don't need to die there. It's not a forced death if you want to get that experience. I don't really get that. Maybe he didn't have enough experience to cast Fairy or something. Sorry, enough magic to cast Fairy. You could, like, the bats can randomly do a ton of damage to you, though. Like, there's two different types of bats. There's the medicine for Jay Coper, which he'll need in Muto. And he's going to be going for the glove soon, too. I wonder if he is going to be picking up the item here in Palace 2. Which again is the flute. I guess we'll see. Yeah, there may well be. And there's the glove for the Island Halfway. Very cool. There may well be, Countess. But with only 4 gems required for each seed, it's less likely. Duster finally getting the down stab. It is a bit unfortunate he couldn't get this the first time he was in the town. That is going to be like at least a minute of time lost there. If he loses by a minute or less, then... Yeah, River Devil could block GP, or it could block like 3 palaces or something. Or it could block 2 palaces, and the other one is 3 Red Rock. Not likely. You almost never see that kind of stuff happening. But then again, you almost never see the glove in the middle of... You almost never see the glove in a desert tile in the middle of a one-off dead-end valley past a magic passer cave. So... You know, that's the thing about Randomizer. You get all sorts of fun surprises, just not always the surprise you want. And there is the palace that you would use a flute right near the start. So depending on what it is, maybe the flute would be very useful. I actually wasn't paying attention to BGT, didn't see if he got the flute. I don't think he did. I did see him killing Helmet Head. So, assuming he didn't go back into the palace to pick up the flute, he just stepped right out. Right now he's in Palace 1. And all these palaces have different windows. A lot of people pay attention to the columns and other visual tells. But the windows are another thing that doesn't change, and they're actually exclusive to each palace. In fact, there's a palace in the game that has a special... sprite for the windows, just like all the other ones do, except it's never used because there's no windows in the map. I think we've seen someone skip downstab already in the race. I don't think he won. I think he came second though. I'm trying to remember who it was. Yeah, TH got downstab eventually. Oh, TH? No, he's getting it right now. Look at that. TH is a bit behind everyone else, so that's why you didn't see it yet. And BGT is now going to be taking on Horsehead. Yeah, the first race, Group B, was very close. Yeah, he did fight Grivenak without it. At least once. BGT's getting the item in the P1. Let's see what this is going to be. I could look, but this isn't going to take very long. Unless he dies to this blue... Oh, he does not. Very cool. Okay! He goes into the item room and just wants to kill the blue Iron Knuckle there. That's some experience running there. I mean, I kind of figure... What item was there? A hammer. Okay, I guess, depending on how it is, the hammer isn't going to help you at all, so... BGT is now going to be picking up attack 5. And, yeah, he set up his experience that way. He's probably... Let's see, he's got 2 gems placed, I think. He could get his attack up to attack 6. And then when he gets the level up to attack 7, he's going to get that experience, and then he's going to spend it all on magic and life levels. It's just a way to get a lot more experience out of your gem placing. And Athlete making his way through Palace 1. And Jay Coper, I think, is in Palace 2. So let's see if he picks up the item, which is the flute. Yeah, he is. Since this is the flute, yeah, he's definitely in Palace 2. He's going to let himself get killed right here. He's out of magic, and it's quicker to get to the door anyway. And BGT is now picking up his Thunder. I thought he already got that one, but I guess not. He couldn't cast it before anyway, so routing it in later is not really a problem. Thunder at this point for him, I think he's got magic 2. Thunder's going to cost 105, so he still can't cast it. He's going to need to get his magic to level 4 before he can cast it, and that brings it to 72. Duster now entering... I'm going to guess this is P3, because he's going to want to get his magic key out of this palace. Oh my gosh, that's a tough red... oh my gosh, a tough red Iron Knuckle. There's the hammer for the Alan Heffley. That's a pickup that BTT skipped out on. So it's a little bit interesting he's picking up. I wonder if he's planning on using it, or if maybe he's just collecting it because it's on the way. If he's got a plan for it, it'll be interesting to see. I know Nukasudo is blocked, but I don't think there's anything to... Yeah, I think you can despawn doors in a couple of places. I don't know much about it. You would know more about it than me, Zarnax. Cool. Just trying to pick up a little bit of experience here, but is going to end up skipping that. Meanwhile, yeah, I'm after taking on Horsehead. You can tell that he's called Horsehead because he carries a mace, and as we all know, maces are the preferred weapon of the horse god Nay. And that's why they call him Horsehead. It's because of his mace. BTT can be taken into intentional death here. Oh wait, I just forgot there actually is a horse god in Zelda. Thanks, Breath of the Wild. Yep, exactly, Scorpion. Duster just picked up an item, which you can tell from the fact that he was opening a door on the way out. Was either a small key, and Dig Shake put in a new feature where the major item from a palace can be a small key, or, you know, he did what I was thinking he would do, and he picked up the magic key. It's probably that one. Jacob, we're also now fighting the Paladin of the Horse God May. He came to this land to deliver freedom and justice to the people, but while he was in his palace preparing, Link came along and murdered him by stabbing him in the face repeatedly. He even offered to Jay Coper to surrender and give his wealth to Link, but Jay Coper was having none of it. He wanted to place a gem and get the 50 experience points from the horse. So, there we have it. Oh, BGT taking what must be an intentional death there. Unintentional death there. Because that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Some of the time that Duster lost, BGT is going to be taken back. Right now, I think at this point it's a race between Duster and BGT, with Jay Coper coming up next and Beyond Heffley in last place, but he's still put up a decent fight. BGT is about to take on Rebanak with these awesome ice-colored curtains. Can I get some of those? I need purple brickwork to actually make that work, so. Jacob, we're picking up the spell in Old Casino. If I remember correctly, it's Reflect, so it looks like we're going to be seeing possibly a P4 play from Jay Coper, or maybe he's going to just use that for surviving against Thunderbird. Although, Thunderstay is pretty expensive, so he's not going to have any spare magic to use to cast Thunder at that point. Looks like Jay Coper's entering P5 here. P5? Oh, that's an interesting play. Duster now taking down Rebanak as well. A little bit behind BGT in that respect. I must have missed it, but it looks like BGT up an aid and is going and switch continents again. Or maybe I'm just, yeah, it's hard to follow everything. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes consistency is for the best. We have seen game overs in GP in this routing Royale so far. And that's never a good thing. You never want to take a game over in GP. Yeah, that's true. Right now, only the last place person is being eliminated from the running. Or no-shows, I guess? But that should take us to an even number of players. Jacober showing Boss Guma that he is superior because he has more lives. The thing is, Link can die many times and Boss Guma can only die once. So that's how Link asserts his dominance over the boss of Palace 5. Duster now doing P5. P2. I thought he'd done this before. So maybe BGT's ahead. After a long fight, looks like Jay Coper just finished off Boss Guma with basically one more hit to go. Gonna be taking his life 6. So unfortunately his attack level is probably gonna suffer, but he's probably gonna manage to get it up to attack 5 by the time he faces off against Thunderbird, which should be enough. I think this is going to be BGT's last boss as well. He's also in P5. Oh god. Not going so great so far. Oh, the life spell came in handy, but that won't help you from numerous bashes. He's gonna have to. I mean, I'm all for being aggressive on Boskuma. I think the so-called safe strats are actually not that safe here. But well, he's got one more hit until the game over, so he's gonna have to do something. No! No! See, safe strats are not so safe because you got to keep this perfect rhythm. And if you deviate from that perfect rhythm, that's what happens. Yeah, so looks like I think Duster's gonna be in the lead now. Although, god, Duster has attack 3, and he's got, like, what, 1 palace left? So he's going to be taking on GP with attack 4? I mean, it can work. No worries. I just, you know... Oh, no. Now BGT... And BGT's wanting a little bit more experience so he can get his experience abuse, which I don't blame him for sure. It's a good thing he's kept track of how much experience he's going to get and how much he needs before he fights oh, there's a key drop before he fights Boskuma. So I don't think there's any way that Boskuma can give him less than the experience that he needs right now. Well, the next level is going to be life 4, magic 4. Could very well be more than that, but I think he's probably... Oh god. Don't. No. This is not how you do it. No. Okay, that's Jacob replacing his next gem. Good stuff. Duster heading west again. Sorry, east again. North, where, you know, south, up, I don't know. Alan Halfley also taking on Boskuma, and looks like safe strats are his preferred method, because he's going to go in there with that, and yeah, I guess Sloan said he's going to win the race. Did BGT get an extra life? Because I could have sworn he's died twice, and he's... Okay, Jay Coperson, GP. The person I wasn't paying as much attention to as I definitely should have. Looks like he's finished all his palaces already, and he's got good levels. 5, 5, 6, that should be enough. Yeah. TAH is on attack 3 with Boskuma. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. It's one of the tougher bosses. Oh, Jay Cooper finding himself in a little bit of trouble here. Probably wishing he had jump spell right now. Because this is looking a little brutal. I don't think he's going to get out of this one alive. Yeah, just one room into GP, I think, and he's taking a death. At this point, he might as well just up an A and start over. Yeah. The BGT's doing it again, huh? Yeah. Meanwhile, Alan Heffley is taking the safest of strats, but it's working out faster for him. I mean, it's like a 4-minute fight, but for him, I mean, it's faster than, like, dying 10 times, so... looks like... Oh. Jay Cooper is going to death abuse there. I thought for a second he was going to try to get the magic jar, which should have been in that room. But I guess not. He probably took that bomb unintentionally. You only need one hit to kill those guys. Alright, Duster also on Boskuma. Ironically, yeah, Alan Heffley being the first one among the other 3 to finish off Boskuma. Everyone else is having a real tough time. I would think that with BGT, with the levels he's got, he should be fine here. Okay. Oh my gosh. He took down 2 bars with 1 hit. It looked like. Yep. And there we go. He's going to be turning in this gem and getting all those levels, all those juicy levels. He's going to be going into GP pretty healthy. Meanwhile, Jake Coper, he's doing okay. His pendulum got a little bit screwy, but as long as he doesn't take like 2 more bops before he deals like 1 more damage to Thunderbird or 2, then he should be in good shape. Another victim to Boss Guma on Duster's behalf. Definitely on his next palace already. Very good stuff for him. He's made up a lot of time compared to BGT and Duster W. Jay Coper is now in a commanding lead, although BGT is coming up on him and has slightly better levels. I say he has better levels because, you know, you might be like, well, he's got Magic 4, and Magic is such a useful thing in this game, but Magic 5 doesn't really provide any advantages. At least, I don't think it really does. Okay, BGT is maybe also going to die in this room. Yeah, another attack 3 Guma. With only 4 bars of health. Oof. But at least Duster has 5 life? Okay, not gonna help. That's another game over to Boss Guma. Okay, Jay Coper has had to restart. I wasn't paying attention to what happened, unfortunately. I'm guessing he died. I mean, why else? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, attack 6. Go attack 6. Wow. That took care of that blue Foco real quick. Oh, man. That boss bot almost took care of BGT there. Oh, my gosh. He almost had it. All BGT had to do was get 1 hit on that guy, and he could have gone and gotten the red jar from up above to restore himself. Just a little unfortunate, and we have attack 3 Barba now. This could also take a very long time. Oh, but BGT despawning the orange Foca by splitting the boss bot. However, Jacob has already defeated Thunderbird and had more luck getting through that entry room, so he's already deep into the palace. Even though BGT was originally a little bit ahead of him, sort of in a way. I'm not sure about Alan at this point, because, you know, he might go into GP with attack 4. I don't know if that's going to be enough for Alan. It looks like we had a unfortunate death by BGT to Thunderbird. My question is, what if he defeats Thunderbird? What are you going to do? Is he going to up an A and start again to get that life back, or is he going to keep going? Speaking of keeping going, Jake Coper has passed Eon Drop, and here's Dark Link. It's still possible he'll take a death here, but if he's not on his last life, and I'm not sure if he is or not, this should be a pretty guaranteed victory here. Oh, another death to BGT. So we got. Oh, that was his last life. So he's going to have to try this again. But he's still in second place. Alright, Jacob did not get bunny hopped on by Darklink, so that's good. Oh, an early death to BGT. He's going to have to up an A here, because there's no point going into this. It's the first room in the palace, there's really no point going into this like this. I kind of feel like at this point, with as many deaths as these guys have taken to that blue Foca, you kind of want to route and jump and just skip him. Not that you necessarily can very easily skip him, because he's one of the starting enemies in this room, but, I mean, get past him. It's a rough room, but Blue Foca's dead again. BGT just needs to do what he couldn't do the first time and get through this room, and hopefully get that jar. He does take a death because you know, when you blow up that boss spot, it's gonna split into you most of the time, and that's gonna cause a death. Okay. I'm gonna go see if Jacob wants to come on in here. And the Alan Halfway is actually going to be the third into GP. He has jump, and he did successfully. Oh gosh. I was about to say he successfully wiggled his way around the blue Foca, which is not easy to do. But he took a bop, and he just didn't get a good jump there. He had to cast life, but he can get all that magic back right here, or spawn a Foca. Let's see what happens. I would, yeah, not do it like that though. I would... see, now he's gonna have to take a death. This is so unfortunate. Okay, so what you want to do in a situation like this, you know that the jar or the Foca is here. There's a 50-50 chance of getting that. What you want to do is you want to open up the path to the exit of the room, and then attack that jar from the right side, where you're facing left. So if you spawn a Foca, you can just leave and come back and try again. Because if you kill it, the jar's not going to spawn, and that means you need to die to Thunderbird anyway. So either way, you lose a life. So really the thing you want to do is just put yourself in a situation where you don't have to fight the red Foca if he spawns. And unfortunately, it looks like the unhappily taken that lesson the hard way. And not having as much luck the second time through. Hopefully he'll have a little bit more luck now. Big Glass Tube is going to be making his way through the L7 drop room. And by the way, I didn't say the official SRL time before. I should have. It was 32 minutes and 49 seconds. Looks like J Cobra wants to come in. And let's see if he needs to be dragged in here. No, I think he's gonna come in as soon as he gets things figured out on his phone. And the unhappily smoothly getting past the blue Foca this time. And here's Jay Cooper. How's it going, buddy?
It's going alright. How are you?
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday we were talking.
Yeah. Little different seed tonight, I think.
Oh gosh, Alan Heffley, oh, turn around, buddy! There's a red jar over there! You can get it! Oh, he's gonna take a death instead. But yeah, I was paying attention to as many people as possible, but it kind of looked for a while like BGT and Duster were in the lead, and then I looked back and there you are in GP, and I was like, well, okay.
Oh.
I think it's because they got the glove and stuff before you, so I was like, well, you know, the palaces they're on must be a little bit further ahead in their routing than wherever you are, so I did concentrate a little bit more on them, but you're the winner of this, and congratulations and all that. BGT just got a second place with 37-32, about 5 minutes after you, so that's a pretty commanding lead right there.
Yeah, and I wasn't happy with my time. That was the first time that I've game overed after Thunderbird in any of my attempts of this. So, you know, that was an extra 2 minutes thrown onto the end there, having to go through that stupid room in GP again.
Yeah, BGT actually was, I mean, in terms of where he was in the position of GP, he was a little bit ahead of you at that point because, yeah, you made it really far into GP, but you took that game over, and that's when BGT had entered, and he had a little bit better levels than you, so I was like, oh, well, maybe he can do a really clean Thunderbird fight, and this can be a really solid race. But he had a lot of trouble with that first room, too.
That's interesting that he had better levels than me. There was just no good grinding in this seed that I found, anyway. I didn't spend a ton of time on it, but, you know, there wasn't anything like we saw last night where you could just use Thunder and get 700 out of an encounter.
Yeah, he was mostly just doing the gem experience abuse. So he had like a lower magic level than you by 1 level, but I don't think you really gain anything from going from magic 4 to 5. So that's why I was saying he had better levels, but yeah, not by like a huge amount or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to have higher attack and life, but obviously wasn't a deal breaker.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know, I was pretty happy with my route. Like, the beginning of my route was never really in question. You know, getting the raft, getting the glove, and getting a whole bunch of levels. And, oh yeah, of course the boots are in there. And then, yeah, and then, like, I got a heart for safety and got the shield spell for safety. So I got the life spell too. I don't think any of those things wasn't worth it at all. So...
Well, Jump really helped down halfway. That was kind of his safety spell, or one of his safety spells.
Oh yeah, he went and got Jump. That was not easy to get, I don't think.
Well, it was also linked to fire, so maybe that's what he's using.
Either way, it was behind an item. Like, either way, it was bad to get it.
Yeah, I saw someone picked up Hammer, and I was like, what are they picking up Hammer for? Maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, New Kasuto was hammer blocked, so that must have been where one of Jump or Fire was.
So
third.
I really like that glove valley. It's just like some legendary item placement just in the middle of that that closed off valley.
Yeah.
With, that was pretty rad.
No, this was a pretty quality seed. You know, the raft was super accessible. But the boots were 100% required to go east, which is kind of nice in a way because then you have them to work with. And then yeah, you could not get downstab before going east either because Jump, Fire, Fairy were all blocked by or in the east, so you had to go east to get a spell. And yeah, just not a lot of real experience to come by. Only a couple 500-point bags. There might have been another 500-point bag behind the jump spell, or actually, there could have been 2 of them behind the jump spell even. But that's obviously irrelevant until you actually get the jump spell. So
we had so many deaths to Boss Guma this time. I forget. Did you take a death or 2? Or
to Guma?
Yeah.
I took an intentional game over at the start. There's a jar there, and I could have filled up my magic before going into Guma, but I decided instead of doing that, and I was going to end up having low health going into Guma anyway, I would just take a game over and then have 2 lives to work with on Guma, and it turned out okay, so no regrets there. But yeah, I tried several different routes. It seems like doing Palace 1 is obvious. Like, it's on the way. But I never tried a route without Palace 2, but Palace 3, Palace 4, and Palace 5 all seem fairly viable. Palace 4 is really nice and really easy, but you had to get the flute out of Palace 2, and you had to go to Old Kasuto to get Reflect. But Old Kasuto, the flute was like, 2 rooms out of the way in Palace 2. And then, well, Old Kasuto was literally on the way to Palace 5, so it wasn't bad at all to get there either. So, yeah, it was really interesting exercise to route this, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few less runners next week, but I think we probably will still end up having 3 games, I'm guessing, because we're only eliminating 1 racer per match, really, right? So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be. Well, we had 3 racers eliminated this time, and then we also had 1 racer who was eliminated because they didn't show up, I think. So that should take us down to an even 9 racers.
Yeah, an even 9. Evenly distributed 9, sure. Yeah,
yes.
Makes sense.
9 is such an even number, after all. I mean, you can. It's so even, you can divide it by 3.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, are you in this one? Are you in the Monday race, or were you in the Monday race?
Oh, I'm not in any of these races.
You're not in it. Okay.
Not my kind of tournament to play in, but certainly it's been fun to commentate so far.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy that you've been stepping up and doing the commentary, helping out Alan and helping out the ZSR guys, because they have a lot of frustrations with finding commentary everywhere, and they're doing their best to get as much as they can restreamed. So yeah, thanks for doing that.
No worries, and you're helping out with that too. So hopefully you don't have to help out that much, and you won't be able to help out that much because that would mean you got knocked out of the race at a certain point. So
yeah,
but, we can always find a way where you can commentate and play at the same time. I mean, I've been asking for that for a long time. So
yeah, this race is, or this tournament thing is kind of number 3 priority for me right now. I have got enough commentary opportunities for myself at the moment. I don't need to get them all in this race or in this tournament. If you're helping out, so that's great.
Yeah.
But I will certainly help out when I can.
Oh, cool. Now I did ask you yesterday, because I just looked at the list and said like the first name that was on there. But I'm gonna really ask you this time, like for reals. So what else are you up to right now? Anything on Twitch or anything anyone else would want to have a look at your channel for?
Mostly right now, working on the Cross Keys tournament, helping to organize that, and I've got my losers bracket round 2 match on Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. or something, maybe, not sure, something like that, kind of early evening for me, but yeah, that's the main thing, I guess, kind of eliminated from everything else, but I'm definitely still very interested in the Z2R tournament as well. We're down to the final 3 of that tournament now, so pretty exciting times
Z2R
there.
is so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's been my basically my favorite thing for a long time, so not going to speak ill of it, I guess.
I hope not. But
think-
you can if you want.
I think
What's
the W is kind of done with this one.
Yeah, it kind of seems that way. Boskuma's had a lot of blood today. A lot of blood.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard to route them out. I was telling them beforehand, but they were like, we can't, they didn't want to change the route and stuff. But it wouldn't have been that hard. I did a route yesterday, which was comparable to this one, that did Palace 3 and Palace 4 instead of Palace 5 with either of them. And it's really not that bad. But, I don't know. I guess stick with what works for you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I always prefer like a more aggressive strategy with Boskuma, but Leon Heffley was doing the safest of safe strats, and it was funny. He was like at attack 3 doing safe strats, and so of course this fight took like 4 minutes.
Oh wow!
But in that time, BGT was like doing aggressive strats, and then like halfway through the fight, taking a bunch of bops and switching to safe strats, and you know you kind of have to switch your mentality between aggressive and safe, and so you don't really get that consistent rhythm, and so you tend to get bopped anyway when you switch, or at least a lot of people do. Not everyone, of course. So yeah, BGT took a lot of deaths there, and actually, even though he got there first, he actually defeated Boskuma after Leon Heffley doing safe strats at attack 3. But you know, he did clear in the end, of course.
I made sure when I had one attempt, I think, where I did Guma at attack 3, and I made sure in subsequent attempts that I was at attack 4 for him. So
I think that's the W did say that if this happens, we are free to just cut it off at any point. So, what's your verdict on that one, Nightcrawler?
Well, that was Alan Heffley, but I think he probably would be okay with it. I think we got.
Yep, just the W just confirmed that probably not beating Guma anytime soon. So I guess in that case we will switch to the interview scene. That is.
Cool.
oh well.
If I can find it. There it is. But yeah, still an awesome race.
Yeah, it's still pretty good, and I'm looking forward to the next one too.
Absolutely. When is the next one, may I ask? Because I actually couldn't find it on the schedule while I was looking for it.
Sure. Maybe if Leon Heffley wants to. If Leon Heffley joined the chat, we could just ask him directly, but I guess he's busy or something.
Yeah.
Monday at 9 p.m. Ooh, very nice, very nice. 9 p.m. I should be up for that. I'm probably gonna be restreaming that again.
Cool. Yeah, I like your restreams because I don't know if it's the restreams or if it's the streams from the original racers, but I haven't had any problem with like buffering and lag. And
that would be the Zelda speedrun system. The ZSR system is pretty resilient, except when you have you have like 2 parallel matches with like 4 races, and we had some issues with that earlier.
Well, I've seen a lot of Z2R races where there have been a lot of issues before. But that might just be the individual streamers.
We've had tech issues before, but it's all fine. We do our best. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Group B match again on Monday, 9 p.m. That is not on the official schedule. I'm guessing that needs to be coordinated with the ZSR admins. But I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it. Do you have any last comments on this race or anything else going on, Jay Coper?
No, I think that we've covered enough now. But thanks for putting everything together as always, and really looking forward to our next race whenever that happens. We'll probably be like a week from Tuesday or something like that. So, yeah, we have to decide on a time for next week. So. Yeah, thanks guys. Have a good one.
Yep, thank you. And for anyone watching and wanting to get a give a follow to our racers, the Unheffley, Duster W, J Coper, Beach D. Please do. These guys are good players, and many of them play a large variety of games. I'd also like to thank George for doing the restreaming and setting it all up, and of course Max, and I think maybe Ricky of Kokiri. He might have jumped in too for tracking. So very nice to have all the support here, and we wouldn't do it at all if there were no viewers. So thanks guys for showing up in chat and being interactive with me. That's always nice.
Before we end the stream here, I just want to quickly say that we do have some more CSR content coming for you. In about, let me just double check this, in about, so that would be at 11 a.m. Central European Summer Time. So in about 4 hours, 40 minutes from now, the Ocarina of Time GSR tournament is coming back with a Winners Bracket Round 2 match between CMA 2819 versus Orange. That's happening 11 a.m. Central European Summer Time, or 7 a.m. 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Was translating there from UTC, except it was just Eastern Time. But yeah, aside from that, I thank you for your time, and we'll send you all over.